Hello my lovelies, so this is my February wrap up and my March to be read. So I actually read a ton of books in February. I was so into it, I was so ready to get this booktube started that I just read and 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 read. So I think I did a lot of these in a book haul that I haven't yet uploaded. Whoops. These are the books that I've gotten recently and I read recently, and I've done some reviews on some of them. Some reviews are in the process of being edited. Yeah, really slow at things. Anyway, the first book I read was Stolen Songbird by Danielle L. Jensen. I actually had theater week this month, and I usually read a book a day during theater week, and I did. So I read this one, and then I went straight into Hidden Huntress, which I have reviews coming up of both of them within the next week, probably. I took stuff out of my reread pile because I wanted to reread some books. Eon and Iona by Allison Goodman. Also, I'm super excited for The Dark Days Club, which came out this month, but I haven't read yet. Ooh, sorry. Okay, but I'm gonna be reading that as soon as I buy it. 20 books to buy. These books are super good. If you haven't already read them, definitely read them. I give them like a solid 9 out of 10. Like they're really, really good. Absolutely love these books. Just read The Shadow Prince by Frida Spain, and it was really awesome. I love like the whole Greek god thing, and this is what it plays up. It's kind of like the Goddess Inheritance series. I want to do a review of it just because I really enjoyed it, and even though it's from like 2014, it's a series, so I'm gonna get the next books in the series so that I can read the entire series and review it, hopefully. The Scorpion Rules by Erin Bow, I'm not sure how to say her name. Last name, horrible. Okay, anyway, so interesting and so different. It's from 2015, so it's a recently published book, not super new, but yeah, it's not very thick, but I really enjoyed this book, and it was definitely a great read. I kind of made February my fantasy month, and so I have a theme for March too, which I'll get to after. So yes, I have this book, a book that I finished, but I have lost since I finished it with a bookmark in it, and I don't know where it is, like, at all. I brought it to school, and I didn't bring it home, so it's somewhere, hopefully. Yeah. Athena. I can't remember who it's by right now. That's who it's by. It's by Rachel Hartman. Guys, Rachel Hartman. I'm currently reading Shadow Scale by Rachel Hartman, which is the sequel to Seraphina. It's really good. Use both of these books as soon as I find Seraphina and finish this. I have barely started it. Yep, so that is a book I'm currently reading. The other book I'm currently reading is at school right now, and that is The Serial Killer Whisperer, which I hope to review as soon as I'm done, because it's a biography and I have only reviewed fantasy novels. And I'm probably only going to read fantasy novels, except I want to review this biography. Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, and Glass Sword, also by Victoria Aveyard, because I already posted reviews of these. Look at that. I was on the ball. Yeah, if you haven't seen the reviews already, I will leave links in the doobly-doo down below so that you can watch those so you know what's happening. Yeah! All the books that I read in February, I had a really good month of reading, like solid month of reading. I'm quite proud of myself. But March, I have a little bit less, like I'm a little narrowed down. I'm gonna calm myself and read a little bit less books. So I'm not really a big contemporary fan, but I have a lot of contemporary on my shelf right now because I got a lot of contemporary books. So I'm making March the month of contemporary. But on my March to be read contemporary list is The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. You can see I started the book and I didn't finish it. It felt a lot like Fault in My Stars. I just read Fault in My Stars. I really didn't want another Fault in My Stars, so I didn't finish it. But I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna reread it, I'm gonna see if I like it or not, and maybe do a review, because I know it's a newish book, 2014 I think was when it came out. So I hope to get this book read, because I need to read it. I have The House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende, and I've wanted to read this because it's classic, and I'm feeling like this is a book that I should probably read. I got it for free from the library, so I got it. I own it now, which is very exciting. It's a very tall book. I'm excited to read this book though, because it's supposed to be really good, magic realism, and it's old, and classics. I need to read the classics. The Silver Star by Jeanette Walls, and girls in 1970, and their mothers just left them, and it's basically them trying to get through their life when they're only 12 and 15. Yeah. And so it's an adult bestseller, which is something I don't usually read. I don't usually read adult books. I don't know when it's published. I got it for free. The book I have is The Silence of Bonaventure Air by Rita Legansky, and this is the one I'm also excited to read in my contemporary list because it follows a play who you can hear music, kind of like August Rush, and I really like that kind of idea. I'm a huge music person, so I really like the idea of him being able to hear music and his life, and it just kind of follows him, I guess, and I don't know, it's set in the 1950s, and I'm a fan of that time period, so, like in books anyway. I'm excited to read this one. This is one that I'm actually looking forward to. Also, it is a beautiful cover. Look at that cover. Oh my god. Like, I love it. I have it on ebook, and I don't have my e-reader with me right now. I don't know where it is. But it's Great Mercy, and that is by Robin Lefevers. I'm partway through the book because I read more than one book at once, clearly, because I bought the next 2 books in the series. Those books are Dark Triumph and Mortal Heart, and they are my fantasy historical fiction books that are my break, and I had to wait like 2 years to read the next book in the series because it took forever to come out. So now I have both of them. I have both in hardcover. I don't want the first one in hardcover, I want an e-reader, and that's frustrating for me. I already did a rant about that books, as if all else fails, I can read these. If not, they're gonna be pushed into April, and then, yeah. So, this is usually, I don't usually do TBRs for the month, so this is kind of a weird one for me, where I pick books that I'm gonna read for the month, because usually I just look at my pile of books and I'm like, what do I feel like reading today? And then I pick out a book that I feel like reading. But yeah, I think that it's a good idea to do a TBR of the month, because then I'm like, I have to hold myself to it. I gotta hold myself accountable. And I feel like BookTube is really making me hold myself accountable for my books, and I'm super thankful for that. Also, I want to get reviews up so that I can hopefully review some more recent books, because I'll have a reason to go and buy new books. As always, I'm Fallon. If you haven't already clicked that subscribe button down below, you can go ahead and hit it hard. Post links to ton of stuff in the doobly-doo down below. Comment question for today is, what is on your March TBR? Is there anything that I should put onto my April TBR? Are there things that I need to read? Are there contemporaries that you think that I need to read? Because March is the month of contemporaries. I'm getting myself in the mindset already. You know, I want fantasy, but I'm gonna read contemporaries. I gotta do it eventually. Thank you all of my lovelies for watching this video, and thank you for hanging out with me on this blustery winter day.